A saying that I really keep in mind all the time, that if you don't plan your life, somebody else will come and he'll plan it for you. But today, we're not bringing you somebody to plan your life, but we're bringing you somebody who can help you yourself plan your life on the basis of your dreams and on the basis of what truly you are. So let us all welcome together Mr. Rashad Faqiha, personal and professional development expert. It's a wonderful, really, a great thing to be with us.
It's a great pleasure for me also.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so happy to be with you here, guys. You rocks, I mean. You're doing a great job.
Thank you very much, Mr. Rashad. Actually, we were telling our guest a lot about you, and more, but no one knows himself more than yourself.
Okay.
Can you tell us, today we'll be talking about 2008 planning. I want you to tell us more. Before going to this topic, how did you develop yourself to be a personal, professional self-development expert?
I believe that if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So you got to have a plan for your life, as Raya said, that you got to have a plan for you. And if you don't plan for yourself, somebody else will put you in his plans to achieve his goals. So change is either inspirational or desperational. For me, in the beginning, it was more desperational. I mean, I've been through a lot of pains in my life. It wasn't that so easy for me. I was not born with a silver spoon in my mouth. I had a lot of things to push me back and put me down, but you gotta fight it. So in the beginning it was so hard. But then when you achieve results and you get results, you get addicted to helping yourself and helping the people around you. Early on when I was like 17 or something like that, I decided to read a book a day. But to read a book a day, it takes a lot of time. But I was thinking that the guy who wrote the book, it took him like 10 years of experience and he just put it in that book. So if I can take this 10 years of experience and absorb it in a day, and I did that over the course of like 5 or 6 years, I can have hundreds of experiential years without having all the years. I mean, I'm taking the experience of the writers who wrote the books. But I didn't do that, actually. I've been through speed reading courses, and I trained myself how to read faster and absorb more information, accelerated learning techniques, which I teach right now in my seminars. So I read more than 450 books in personal development, success, psychology, business, anything that can help you to help yourself. And I applied them, and I got a result. So I liked it.
I shared you that, by the way, that thinking. For a time in my life, I also decided that it's like we need to reach some level, and it's really embarrassing to find people with the same age of yours, and then you find them very much like more knowledgeable than you are. And I have decided this.
Leaders are readers. That's what I say always.
That's true. And I came out as a result in a week 4 books, and that was it. No one book in one day, never, unless it was like 30 or 40 pages, but it's amazing.
You know, if you always do what you've always done, then you always get what you've always got. So if you want to change the results, you're not satisfied with the results that you're getting, so change your thinking. And the fastest way to change your thinking is to take advantage of the wealth of information that we have on the internet and the books that we have. A lot of books, but people are not reading, so that's why not.
Mr. Rashad, you're just telling us to read more so that we gain more.
Yeah.
Is it only reading that will make us gain more?
That was one of the biggest lies that we heard, that knowledge is power. Get as much knowledge and information as you can, but I think it's not power, it's potential power. There is one thing that gets you power, that's action.
Right.
I don't believe in positive thinking, like you go to your garden and say, there's no weeds, there's no weeds, there's no weeds. The weeds there are going to take your garden. So
it's not cold, it's not cold, it's not cold,
yeah.
But you're freezing.
So you got to have intelligent to see it as it is, not worse than it is, like what most people are doing. Like they say, they're skeptical or pessimistic. When you're skeptical and pessimistic, you're fearful. So you got to see it as it is. And don't bullshit yourself and make it better than it is. Okay? So you got to see it as it is. This is the first step, so it requires intelligence. But step 2, you got to have the courage to have a vision where you want to go. If you're not satisfied with your life right now, so what do I really want? Oh, I don't want to be this way, I don't want to look that way. So what do you want?
Mr. Rashad, are those the steps
No.
for the planning? No.
Not yet. But you asked me about my inspiration, so I was talking about the things that got me to start. So second step, you got to have courage to have a vision. Then you got to turn it into reality, because when you talk about stuff, it's a dream. When you envision it, it's exciting. Have a plan for it, it's possible. But when you do it, when you schedule it and you do it, it becomes real. So you asked me, is knowledge the only thing? I said no. Action.
Action is the thing. But the thing is, you also mentioned that it was a lot of pain and a lot of sadness that first pushed you. And in a way or another, this is what everybody knows, that, yeah, sadness and a lot of pain in life can really push people into a new vision. And it can really help them understand themselves better and know what they are in real. And that's a very hard thing, to know what you want to be, to know how you are in the reality, in the depth of you, what you are. This is very hard to recognize, by the way. So is it all the time sadness and pain and suffering that can really turn us upside down? Or no, it's the opposite. Sometimes a normal person with any story, a life, a very, very ordinary life, can really become that person and you at the end.
You know, Ghalia?
Success that he has made.
No, I don't like to call myself success, but pain is part of life. We all go through pains, but suffering is an option.
Wonderful words. So you can overcome the pain.
Yeah, but if you want to suffer and you have stories about why you can achieve and you cannot do it because of the things that happened for me like 6, 7, 8, 10 years before, and I cannot overcome it until now, it's a story that you keep telling yourself, and you're choosing to suffer.
Choosing to be a drama queen.
Yeah,
let's say.
So it's the meaning that you attach to the situation. The label that you put on the event is the event. Some people can go through the same experience but call it the end. Some people say it's the beginning. Some people can get laid out of job and they say, oh, my life is destroyed. Some people say, no, it's a new beginning. A new beginning for me to pursue my passion.
It doesn't even have to be a new beginning as much as being just an experience that we learn from and then we start again, let's say. So it's like an experience a person can get, a bad experience that will teach you more in life, let's say.
Yeah. I believe that success is the result of good judgment. Good judgment is the result of experience.
But I'm still in love.
Experience is always or more often as a result of bad judgment. So there's no failures, only good.
About this, first of all, I'm really still in love.